Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. I have to introduce myself. My name is I.D Tsirikas, and I represent here the EC International Business School from Paris, France. I work for more than 8 years. More than 8 years in total on the subject or scientific field of human resources development and talent management. And today I would like to share with you our vision, our work, what we do, especially in the last year in France. And maybe I could get also some nice ideas from you, some suggestions. I would be delighted to hear your questions and proposals. So I'm going to share with you today a tool that we started to develop. Before trying to open the web page, I have to warn you that it's not functioning yet. It's under construction. We just have a logo which is in place, but we plan to launch the page in the next 3 weeks or maximum 1 month. So what we do is pretty much clear. We use artificial intelligence in order to assess, to develop, to discover, to assess, and also to develop human competencies, or in a more general, expression, we try to help people to identify their skills, to measure their skills, and also in order to become more efficient in the workplace. This is the general idea. So let me start. Who we are. We are a team of experienced university professors. All the professors are based in France. We are specialized in human resources development and skills assessment. We have a team which is quite big. We have 11 organizational psychologists. We have 4 social psychologists. We have 3 developmental psychologists. 8 are experts, which are going to be 10 in the next 2 weeks. And we have a lot of other people who work with research methodology. So what we do is also clear. We have developed some tools which are able to measure more than 90 soft skills. This is the ultimate target. So apart from those tools, we are able to develop a new tool within 1 week. So whether companies or institutions would like to have a new tool, so we are able to develop this within 1 week. It's a very short time for developing a new tool, but I can assure you we have a lot of people working in parallel in many cities in France, but most of the people are located in Paris. Now, a very short introduction why soft skills are important. So we already know that 80% of employee behavior is determined by soft skills. So whether you have a PhD or master degrees, doesn't make any sense for a company unless you are able to communicate well with other people and to have a very, a very important set of skills which are related to your connection with the employees, the company, whether you have the adaptability to adjust to the new situations. All those things have been, at least until recently, a black box. So we couldn't find a way to measure soft skills. So that's why we had to go deeper into human psychology in order to be able to start developing some tools which are considered at the moment valid. So the problem is that many of the companies used to hire a lot of people based on their hard skills only. So they see your CV, they organize a session or an interview. I can assure you that preparing somebody for an interview is a very easy task. So I have prepared a lot of my students for interviews in the past, Most of them were successful, but the problem is that when you start working, you see that you might not be efficient as you wanted to be, or the companies might regret hiring you because you're not able to communicate well with other people. So that's a problem. So we had to go in and try to at least to make an assessment tool, or make assessment tools which are going to be used in such a way in order to discover some skills which are not visible with the naked eye. Okay, and you can't. Okay, many of the people, describe in their CV, I'm very good at communication. Who says that? You say that. Not make any sense, I can believe you or I can't believe you. I just have to see that you are good at communication. So is there a tool to measure this? Apparently, it seems that we have created a lot of tools which are used by large companies, especially in the last 2 years. We have very big clients like BNP Paribas, it's the French bank. We have Airbus. We have the company Hertz. We have also the French Academy of Football, the French Football Association. In fact, I am also delivering some courses to the French national team concerning leadership skills. So this is what we have been developing in the last 2 years, and it seems quite interesting because the results and the feedback we get is very positive. Here you see some examples of soft and transversal skills. I don't have to go through the slides. I have to warn you that I hate my slides. I have to prepare my slides though, because this is my job. I have to teach my students in that way. But I have a lot of things inside. If you are interested, I can share with you the slides later. So don't spend your time too much on reading everything. I prefer to explain those things to you in a more efficient way. So skillspass.org is the organization that we are creating here. So this is a new way of measuring soft skills, mainly soft skills. We are talking about an online platform for assessing horizontal skills. This is a tool in the hands of HR in order to possess data concerning the skills that determine 80% of human of workplace behavior. However, we have launched another platform under the name of habilitatem.com, but this platform is only used for academic institutions in France, nowhere else. So we know the French are very nice people, very friendly, but they're a little bit, afraid to expand outside France. They need to take their time, so I respect that. But I have, or at least some of the people there have a different mentality, so we try to expand in a parallel way in order to open the market or to open new markets. Now, this is a very short description about how this system works for academic institutions. We have 2 levels here. We have the first, the introductory level. So here we talk about an agreement which is about to be signed by our company, our institution, which is located in the university, and also any academic institution which is interested in this concept. So this introductory level means that every department must propose a number of soft skills which are essential. And then after getting the feedback from the institution, we set up the tests. We have some of the tests which are ready. Some of them might need to be validated again. So students have to take the assessments every 3-4 months, depending on the institution. And every student year, the students get a full report concerning the soft skills level and their proposed training needs. So they know exactly where they suffer. They know where they're good at. And this is a very important thing for their career after they finish the studies. So at the end of the studies, they get a full visualized report about their soft skills level and in the form of skills passport. It's like, a small booklet containing all information about their soft skills. So the next level is more advanced. Why here? Because we need to include the departments of the school in the whole process. So we have developed a syllabus for every course. So every course should use this specific syllabus we have developed. This syllabus should promote some specific soft skills, but it's not just about promoting soft skills. It's about proving that we are able to measure those skills. So when you have to organize the exams for the course in the end of the semester, you must be able to prove that you're actually measuring those skills. And then, after we finish this process, the students have to take again the tests every 3 or 4 months, and we actually measure the effectiveness of the courses, and we measure also the effectiveness of the professors teaching those courses. This is a very, difficult process because it creates a lot of frustration. Sometimes it creates conflicts, but if you want to be successful from an academic perspective, as an institution, you need to take this step. Okay, that's why there are only a few institutions doing this kind of work. We had a lot of conflicts in the beginning, but now we're moving much faster. It's easy for us, and it's very good for the student because in the end, they get, with their diploma, another diploma, which is a very detailed picture about their skills. And this is important also for the employers because they don't just see a CV, they have a very detailed picture about the capabilities of every student. I don't have to go through this also for the businesses. For businesses, it's something similar. We use different tests here. We use games, or gamification is one of our priorities. We have a very big team of people who design games for understanding and measuring soft skills. And this is not something that is done only once. We do it 2 or 3 times because you know that soft skills are dynamic, and you need to be able to assess those skills frequently because everything depends also on a lot of factors like the weather, your mood. So we need to be very sure that we are actually measuring whatever we want to measure, and we are accurate. This is very important. So we have the same concept, the lower level, the intermediate level tool and the advanced level tool. In the advanced level tool, we have something that we actually do here, a very detailed job description template. So we describe the job, we create a template which includes all the information about the soft and the hard skills which are required for the position. Then if we're talking about people working on a specific position, then we have to test those people whether their profile meets the job requirements. If it's not the case, we need to identify the gaps, and then whenever we see a gap, we need to train people in order to be able to be productive here. Okay, this is the whole concept. It seems quite frustrating because I don't have the time to explain to you everything, but if you are interested, of course, I can share with you all relevant information. We have also some soft skills assessment tools for disabled individuals. I'm not going through all of these words here, but we try to test communication skills, teamwork, problem solving, adaptability, time management, leadership skills. And of course, in some cases, we need some people to help the disabled individuals to be able to take part in the test. This is a very interesting idea. We have in mind to hire 2 more people in the next 3 weeks in order to help us with special education issues. I'm not a special education, scientist. I'm specialized in human resources development, so I can't be, very efficient in this field. That's why I have other people to work for me in this direction. Here are some examples of soft skills which are assessed: self-efficiency, business efficiency, sustainable behaviors, interpersonal effectiveness, or innovation potential. A lot of skills. We have a list of 125 skills at the moment. We have tools for more or less 90 skills, so we're developing tools day by day. Hopefully by the end of May we'll be able to have everything in place. What should I do as a business to use a skill pass? Okay, pretty much to contact us and then to start discussing about the different tools that I told you about. How are the tests and the games developed? This is a very important question that we hear all the time. So we're based on the evidence-based management principles. It means that here we have to use, first of all, the academic literature. And the French educational system is very strict. We need to use only specific journals. Of course, Scopus is also included in those. The Scopus database is also included here. But there is the FNESI list of journals, which is a list containing most of the well-respected and well-known journals in all over the globe. So if you want to use a paper or to use a journal which is valid, you have to use a paper or a journal which is included in those lists, nothing more, nothing less. We also use valid and relevant organizational and business facts. So we have a lot of people who are working with artificial intelligence. We test business executives, we ask them questions, we get information, we put information in our databases, and this is also very helpful tool to improve our tests, because we do it every month. We have some critical thinking aided by decision support and ethical considerations, of course. All tests and games are standardized, and every measurement tool comes in 20 different versions and are renewed yearly. So if you take the test more than once, you will not going to answer the same questions. This is very important because it doesn't make any sense, you know. And the most important thing is that you have to answer questions in a random order. You can't possibly know what they ask you and why they're asking you. I can say, for example, I will measure now leadership skills and give you some leadership questions because this is a bias for our tool. So we try to use expressions which don't show necessarily what we want to measure. This is frustrating for the students and also for the executives, but it's very efficient for our job. Yeah, this is an example of skills pass at the ESC International Business School. So every student after graduating, they have this booklet containing information about the soft skills. Yeah, that's it. I think I talked too much. Thank you very much.